Computer. Good evening. Good evening. So tonight I'm really excited because we're not only going to be talking about aging gracefully with Young Living, but we're also going to cover some anti-aging oils, some chemistry, some clinical trials, and I'm really excited about that. So this is Cristina Campbell. I am so happy to be here. I am a nationally registered certified master aromatherapist. I've been with Young Living for going on 23 years now. So hard to believe. And I have a passion for my oils. I have a passion for sharing Young Living with you. I'm going to put you on mute. I hear a little background music. Noise. If you need to make a comment, if you have a question, if you have something to say and you'd rather not say it in the chat, because I usually don't get to the chat until the end of the class, go ahead, unmute yourself and just chime right in. I have no problems with that. So I want to welcome you. I want to thank you so much for joining me today as we talk about oils and supplements to support specifically the over 50 crowd. And those are the baby boomers. That's the baby boomer generation, those born between 1946 and 1964. That would be me. We are still the largest US population group, according to the Census Bureau in 2010, numbering approximately 76.4 million. That's a lot. Holy cow. This is a lot of people for forgetting things like what day it is, right, Nancy? And walking around feeling old. I don't do that. I do not walk around feeling old. If you don't fit into the over 50 crowd, that's okay too, because this information is definitely relevant to you. You can learn how to get ahead of everybody else, and you can help care for your parents and your grandparents by sharing this information with them as well. So let's jump in. We know that not all essential oils are created equally. And when you shop with Young Living, you know that you're getting the best quality. Seed to Seal, you can check out Seed to Seal at www.seedtoseal.com. Just know that we are talking about the very best premier oils on the planet. Also, we pretty much know usage and safety. Just remember that when you're using pure essential oils, be sure to dilute with a carrier oil if you are sensitive. And you can always check your sensitivity by putting a drop of essential oil on the inside of your elbow, right on the inside of your elbow, and close your arm. Leave it there for 5 minutes. If you get redness, always dilute. If you do not get redness, you can use your oils neat with no issues usually. So don't put them in your eyes. Don't put them in your ears directly. There are 3 ways to use them: aromatically with, diffusing, or my favorite is the scent tent. Internally through oils in our supplements, oils in our Ningxia Red, or even making up capsules, or putting oils in your coffee, or oils in your water, or making up capsules. And of course, topically. And we use a lot of things topically. And you know that Young Living, every product has oils in them. So when you're using any of their products, you're using your topically, you're using essential oils topically as well. Okay, so let's talk about the next slide. There we go. So Young Living offers over 600 products, essential oils and oil infused products, to help support us every day, every system of our body. And don't worry, we're not going to cover all of them tonight, just the best ones. We're going to target the biggest needs as you age. And Ningxia Red, which is a whole body supplement, is perfect for anyone and everyone, no matter what the age. But I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't be without my Ningxia Red because of the fact that I need that energy. As we age, we tend to lose that stamina. And that's really the energy that I'm talking about. You know, to keep going throughout the day. So the Ningxia wolfberry is one of the highest whole food sources of potassium and fiber. And I have noticed that when I get the elderly, and you know, this word is relative, right? But I mean, I got 80-year-olds on Ningxia Red, and one of the main things that they love about it is that it keeps them regular. It keeps them regular. It keeps them from getting constipated. It has this wonderful fiber in it. It's a wonderful source of potassium. And remember, it's grown in a region of China near the Himalayan mountains, known to be one of the richest sources of other minerals and organic nutrients found on the earth. This silt that comes down from the Yellow River and feeds that Yellow River, that feeds the Ningxia wolfberry trees. The wolfberries suck those vitamins and minerals up and produce the best Ningxia wolfberry, or best wolfberries, period, in the world. So it's been used, the wolfberry's been used for thousands of years to support our longevity, their longevity. The Chinese in the Himalayas, when Gary went there, I think there was a woman who was, I don't know, her daughter was 99 years old and she was 140, 129 or something like that. I mean, they were gardening, still gardening. So it also supports our immune system, and it aids in the natural detoxification of the body. We know that a study's been done in the population of most people living in the valley, in the Yellow River Valley of Ningxia, China. Those people who consume it, 80 persons per million were over the age of 100 in that area, compared to 5 persons per million in the rest of China. So the Ningxia Red can help prevent oxidative stress, support eye health, and provide energy throughout the day. It's delicious on its own. You can put it in a smoothie, or you can add a few drops of your favorite dietary essential oils. I love adding a drop of lemon or lime or grapefruit or orange vitality oil to mine, or even citrus fresh. But experimenting with new flavors for a customized blend is always fun too. So think about that. Add different oils. Add zing for afternoon pick-me-up. I love adding zing, that carbonation. You're getting a little black pepper boost. You might want to squeeze in a tube of nitro. So, you know, half zing, half Ningxia Red, and a tube of nitro. There's so many recipes that I could go through tonight. But basil adds an interesting flavor, says Leslie. Thank you for that. Okay, basil in the Ningxia Red is a suggestion. So yeah, this is great. Ningxia Red. That'll be number 1 for anti-aging and longevity, I think. For energy and stamina, there are specific essential oils that you can use to increase your energy. What if you could increase your energy with a pill and a few drops of oils in the morning and have no side effects? So vitality oils like peppermint and black pepper have been shown to support healthy circulation and to promote increased energy. So add a drop or 2 to your Ningxia Red daily. Black pepper and peppermint. And remember, black pepper boost is in your zing. If you've never gotten zing, it's a little can, and I've got some in the kitchen, but I'm not going to get up and go get one right now. It's a little can of like a carbonated beverage. And it's got the Ningxia wolfberry in there. And it's, like I said, it's got different oils in there, and it's so good. And that is going to give you energy as well. So what about the pill? The pills that I take multigreens. Everybody knows that's listened to any of my classes that multigreens is my favorite supplement. Although I will tell you that this morning I felt the need to take 6, count them, 6, and you know how potent our vitamin C is, our super C, 6 super C, because I was detoxing or something. I was getting a little, you know, I call it snotty, but mucusy. And I went, oh, let me bump myself up with vitamin C. So I took 6 before I went on my walk this morning. And then I came back and I had, I made some breakfast fried rice for myself with egg and vegetables. I got peppers from my garden. And then I did 6, count them, 6 multigreens and my Ningxia Red. So this supplement can give you more mental clarity, pep in your step, and improved overall stamina. So I'm talking about 2 main things right now, Ningxia Red and multigreens. Clinical experience has shown that before putting essential oils in multigreens, there was a 42% absorption in 24 hours. But after Gary found out about the oils, because he was making multigreens before he was introduced to the essential oils and before he went to France. So when he found the essential oils, he said, whoa, let me add these to the supplements that I've already made, these oils, and see if we can't bump up whatever. And sure enough, the blood absorption increased to 64%. It went from 42 to 64 in 30 minutes. And then it went up to 86% in an hour. This means that the cells were now receiving nutrients that they had not previously been able to assimilate. And this information has actually been taken from the Essential Oils Desk Reference, the 6th edition, page 267. So multigreens is a nutritious chlorophyll formula designed to boost vitality by working with your glandular system, the nervous system, the circulatory system. Oh, I love this supplement. It's made with spirulina, alfalfa sprouts, barley grass, bee pollen, Pacific kelp, and of course, therapeutic grade essential oils. And unless you're able to eat a wheelbarrow full of greens every day, you have to have these. You need these. Leafy greens are critical for good health. And if you're like most of us, you're just not getting enough, because literally, you see that blender that he's got here in this picture? You could fill that blender every day with full of greens, full of greens. And if you want to do that, you can. And sometimes I do. But it's easier sometimes just to take multigreens. Exercise is really important too. And you know that I am a believer in that, and that I don't just talk the talk, that I actually walk the walk. And I do walk. I walk every single day. Exercise has been shown to increase your energy levels throughout many, through many different means. It increases the blood flow to your body, which supplies more oxygen, and in turn, it boosts your energy and reduces fatigue. Exercising regularly can also reduce the risk of stress and anxiety. You need to get, set a minimum goal for yourself. And I don't know, it doesn't matter how old you are. You can work yourself up to this. I'm 68. I know that that's not old. I don't feel old anyway. Try to do 10,000 steps a day. Work up to 10,000 steps a day. If you get in 10,000 steps a day, and the nice thing about it is I've got this little Garmin or a Fitbit you can get, and they're fairly inexpensive on Amazon now. I mean, you can get an inexpensive one, and it'll track your footsteps, and you can see what you need to do in order to reach that 10,000 footstep mark. And that's really a good rule of thumb. It's going to help you to stay, strong. And it's important when we get older to have good leg muscles and, upper and lower body muscles. So exercising regularly can also reduce the risk of stress and anxiety and many diseases, including cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and even some cancers. Peppermint oil can help too. It can cool fatigued muscles after you do that physical activity. It produces a focused environment when it's diffused, and it can create an invigorating and refreshing experience when inhaled. It also can relieve head tension, which is a good thing. Always consult your doctor before you begin any exercise program if you think you might have issues. But you know, I just recommend that you start going out and walking. If you're not doing any other exercise right now, if you're exercising, if you're going to the gym, if you're playing basketball every day and you're 73 and you're playing golf and all those kinds of things, I think that's great. But if you're not and you want to keep your health in check, start exercising. Okay, heart health and circulation. I don't think I need to tell you how important it is to have a healthy heart. As you begin to ramp up your physical activities, it's really important to keep that blood flowing by maintaining proper circulation. One of the things that will help you do that is CardioGize. CardioGize is a supplement that helps support a higher quality of life, healthy heart function, and blood and proper blood circulation with essential oils and a balanced heart healthy combination of herbs and compounds. This supplement was specifically formulated by Young Living founder D. Gary Young, and this is what he had to say about the research and the reasoning behind the supplement CardioGize. He said, I have been doing my own investigating about heart conditions worldwide, but especially in America, and was amazed when the data showed the deficiencies to be very similar all over the world. I wanted to conduct research and study herbs used in different countries that particularly gave strength, energy, and good nutrition for normal heart function. So we had many herbs shipped in. And after testing to determine their various compounds, I put the formula together for the most synergistic, powerful, and beneficial response for the body. CardioGize will surely join the ranks as other great Young Living supplements, and that was written by Gary. Isn't it comforting to know that Young Living goes to such great lengths to ensure that you're getting the very best? You can learn more about the benefits of CardioGize if you go into your back office under Member Resources and find the PIP, which is the Product Information page. That's what PIP stands for on CardioGize, if you want to know more about CardioGize. Okay, the older you get, the more concern we have regarding Alzheimer's and dementia. And research has been conducted that shows that certain oils like rosemary, peppermint, basil, and lemon can improve mental alertness and memory function, keeping the brain functioning at full capacity. So those are some of the oils. Whoops. OmegaGize is one of our supplements you see here, and it combines synergistic ingredients when used daily. It supports normal brain, heart, eye, and joint health. It has omega-3 fatty acids, which are excellent for the brain. It has vitamin D3. We're not getting enough of that. And it has CoQ10, ubiquinine, which work with the essential oils to create an omega-3 DHA-rich fish oil supplement that you will want to take. Now, you can take up to 9 a day, 3 in the morning, 3 at noon, and 3 at night, because we're just not getting enough essential fatty acid, omega-3 fatty acids, excuse me. Or you can just take, 3 a day. But I have taken up to 9 a day. Remember, I treat this like food, and I've said that more than once. Oh, geez, I keep messing around here. Okay, unlike two things about this supplement that I want to tell you. Unlike pretty much every other omega-3 supplement that I've ever tried, This one has no fishy aftertaste. That's a major bonus for this. And number 2, just like you find with other Young Living supplements, OmegaGize is also infused with those proprietary essential oils and a blend specifically for concentration. Due to the typical American diet, our bellies just don't absorb as much as that you would hope to from our food and our nutritional supplements. So pure dietary essential oils make the nutrients more bioavailable. Remember, anytime Gary added oils to his supplements, it made them more bioavailable. This increases their potency and adds additional profound health benefits. And we're not wasting our money taking a supplement from the store that we're not adequately absorbing. So this is something that you want to remember. Something else that I take all the time is MindWise. I love MindWise. It supports your brain and heart with medium chain triglycerides and a high portion of omega-3 fatty acids. I love this stuff. Young Living also included vitamin D3 and proprietary blend of oils that Young Living calls the memory blend, okay? It's made with bioidentical CoQ10, L-CAR, and GCP to deliver even more brain and heart support. It's exotic seeds of the Sasha Incha seed oil. Yeah. Berries, and it has juice extracts. Give it a good flavor. It's got Ningxia Red in it, or it's got the Ningxia Wolfberry in here as well. It is available in these convenient single sachets or in a multi-use bottle. It's just that I like the sachets because I keep them here in my office and then I'll remember to take them. And I laugh about that because here we go. We buy something for our mind, we put it in the refrigerator, and then we forget to take it. And that's how I take it every day. Love it. Oh, it's also got pomegranate juice in it. It's got the acai puree. It's also got turmeric. And you'll just love taking this every day. It tastes so good. Young Living formulated this daily cognitive and cardiovascular supplement to help support your brain and your heart wellness. This product is available in liquid form, or in the jars, in the bottles, or in these little sachets. Okay, moving right along. Mobility and flexibility. Now this tends to be quite a big deal for some and not a big deal for others. But I will tell you a couple of things. First of all, if I get some stiffness and soreness, probably the first thing I'm going to go for is CBD muscle rub. And I have been taking the golden turmeric, which I really, really love. I also take a bath, usually every night, in Epsom salts and either Cool Azul or Aromaseas or some kind of muscle relieving oil. So because I walk and I work in the garden and I'm on my feet canning or, doing all this stuff, or I'm sitting, getting ready for presentations or talking to people on the phone or signing people up. And I have a story to tell about that. I also take out Agilys BLM and BLM. However, I don't take both of them every day. I used to take BLM every single day. And I really believe that that is what rebuilt the cartilage in my right knee. It has the best collagen 2 that on the planet that we can find in that helps to rebuild cartilage and tissue. Agilys is really good for arthritic, joint health, take daily to support joint health as a preventative measure to protect joint and cartilage health. If you are dealing with things with bone, like bone on bone, or you know that your hips are, giving way, or your knees are getting, the cartilage is getting thin, you have to be taking BLM every day. Now, Kenneth really likes the Cool Azul gel, sports gel, but he'll also use the pain cream. And until we got the CBD muscle rub, the Cool Azul pain cream was my go-to as well. If I had, a stiff neck or lower back issues, or if I sprained an ankle or whatever, this is for joint aches, arthritis, sprains, bruises, and sprains. I see, she's putting probably the pain cream on her finger on this picture. And I have, with cutting, peeling, chopping, for canning, or like I did 60 pounds of beets that my neighbor had given me. And I'll tell you, I was doing some chopping and cutting and canning, and your hands get, or you can bruise them. So that Cool Azul pain cream is really, really good for that. It's good for the knees. You can use other oils like Panaway, or you can use Deep Relief. But, all of the oils that are really, really good for mobility and flexibility are in these 3 supplements. For example, in Agiles, we have wintergreen, we have copaiba, clove, and Northern Lights black spruce. These are all oils that are known for their joint health. In BLM, we also have wintergreen. We also have that type 2 collagen that I was telling you about, MSM, glucosamine sulfate, and manganese citrate. These are all enhanced with the essential oils, so you're going to really absorb these nutrients, helping to support healthy cell function and encourage joint health and fluid movement. So yeah, it's great stuff. If you have pain anywhere, put the Cool Azul pain cream on. And if you want the details on how and why it works, here it is. Methyl salicylate, found in wintergreen, because that's also in the pain cream, helps alleviate pain deep in the muscles and joints. And the natural menthol found in peppermint provides a cooling effect on top of it. So there you go. All right. So I got to tell you, before I jump in to the second presentation, which is anti-aging oils, I want to tell you about the best deal. I want to tell you what happened to me on Saturday. So Kenneth had played tennis on Friday, I think it was, or Wednesday of last week. He plays tennis Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then he plays, he's going to play Thursday this week and Saturday this week. So sometimes he'd play 4 or 5 times a week. But anyway, he was wearing some tennis shoes that were pretty ragged out, and when he came home, his foot hurt bad. It was on the outside of his baby toe, along that ridge there. And he said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play tomorrow. He said, I can hardly stand on this thing. And he threw away his tennis shoes, and he keeps backups. He's got 4 pairs of brand new tennis shoes in boxes, ready to be used at a moment's notice. That's a tennis player for you. I said, why don't you put some CBD muscle rub on it? And he did. And the pain went away immediately. I mean, seconds. And he couldn't believe it. He said that this stuff is incredible. So when he went to the tennis court on Friday, he was telling everybody about this great CBD muscle rub, and how it helped his foot and how he threw away his tennis shoes. And Saturday, a woman called me, and she said, hi, I'm Diane, and I play tennis with Kenneth. And he was telling me the story, and he was she was talking about throwing away the tennis shoes and the whole 9. And she said, I want to get me a bottle of that CBD muscle rub that he was talking about. And she said, and I'd also like to get a bottle of it for my son who lives in Colorado. And I thought to myself real quickly, gosh, I want to give it to her at wholesale. And, you know, we're going to be coming up with this new ordering here soon. And she's not going to want to buy a kit. All she wants is a CBD oil. So I said, I'll tell you what, Diane, I'll get it to you at wholesale. One way or another, I'll get it to you at wholesale. She said, oh, that's really kind of you. And I said, and I think, you know, I think the price is like $109. So you'll probably get free shipping as well. And she said, oh, I'm excited about that. Okay. So I got all of her information and I went on the website. Now, I really would like to share this with you. Let me see if I can, because this is important for you to know. I'm going to go to, okay, I'm going to change my share my screen. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, share my screen. Okay, so if I'm at the Young Living website and I want to sign in, I hope everybody can see I'm at the Young Living site and I want to sign in. It's going to bring me a sign-in box. This sign-in box has changed. So I would normally put my member number in there. However, it says new to Young Living, create an account. Folks, this is all you have to do. This is so easy. I clicked on create an account. It asks me for my email, and I'm doing this for Diane, right? I'm putting Diane's email in, her first name, her last name, her phone number. I created a password for her, and I put in my referral ID, 282134. I checked this box, and it allows me to create an account. I went in, I chose CBD muscle rub. It unlocked 24% and it gave her free shipping and it shipped it directly to her. She did not have to buy a kit. She did not have to, pass go and collect $200. She was able to get it now at wholesale simply by having me create an account. So when you go to sign in, if you're wanting to sign somebody up with a bottle of Thieves is about $36, right? You create an account, you fill in their information. You're going to have their method of payment. I had Diane's method of payment. She knew she was going to have to pay for it. That was not an issue. But if you get something that's less than $100 and you want to unlock that 24%, or that, well, it won't give you free shipping on $36. But if you want to unlock that 24%, then when you click on Thieves, when you do search and get Thieves, and then you see a 15 ml bottle of Thieves, and then you click on the picture, it offers one of two things. You can either subscribe or you can do a one-time shop. If you do a one-time shop, you're not going to unlock 24% discount. But if you do a subscribe, it will automatically give you the 24% discount. The beauty of that was that it actually showed her on her receipt that got sent to her email that she saved $34.95 on that bottle of CBD because she had become a member. So no more premium starter kits. If you use your linked, your link builder link in your back office, right now that still takes you to a PSK. So this is the way to sign somebody up new if they simply want a tube of Cool Azul pain cream, or they want Thieves or whatever, right? Whatever. Okay, I'm going to go to the second presentation. And we're going to stop this share. Screen number 2. Oops, Screen number 1? No. Screen number 2. Share. Okay, so let me get it at the beginning. Okay, so let me cover in the last 25 minutes some specific anti-aging essential oils. And I'm hoping that everybody can see a blank screen that says anti-aging essential oils. If not, let me know. But I think I've got. Did you have Diane's credit card info to order? Of course, yes, I absolutely did. You have to have a method of payment. And so she gives me her credit card. Yes, okay. I just answered the chat question. And there's another question coming up, I guess. Looks good. Okay, good. Gail, thanks. All right, so let's go through the first oil. We're going to go through these quickly. So if you want to take notes, great. If you want this presentation, this is not a fancy presentation, but you want this, text me in the box and I will email it to you. Thyme. This is a powerful antioxidant that prevents degeneration in the brain, eyes, and heart, according to research in Scotland and Hungary. Remember, thyme is in the raindrop kit. So it's good if you can get raindrops or give yourself a mini raindrop on your foot. Clove. Clove is the strongest known antioxidant with the highest ORAC rating. I've mentioned this many times when I do my thieves classes. It's over 1 million ORAC. Orange, another one, rich in limonene, one of the best studied compounds that fights mutated cells. I got this stuff from Gary many years ago, so I think you'll appreciate this. Cellular mutations. All cells are susceptible to mutations. The degree of mutation is initiation, promotion, and progression, and final metastasis stage. Numerous animal studies show that d-limonene prevents and inhibits and regresses tumor growth. So this is something that you want to understand, that when a normal cell mutates, it can replicate mutated cells that progresses the mutation, and then eventually it will invade other parts of the body, the bloodstream, and will metastasize. And so what you see here is multiple tumor sites in the body. Remember, limonene is a preventative to tumor growth. It can regress it. Limonene versus cell mutations. Limonene has been shown to inhibit growth of all 3 stages of cancer. Initial stage, Lee Wattenberg found that d-limonene inhibited mutations in lungs and forestomach. Promotion progression stages, Therese Maltzman found that d-limonene inhibited further growth of existing tumors. Metastatic stage, Jill Haig and Michael Gould found d-limonene caused 80% regression in advanced invasive tumors. Limonene versus solid tumors. Researchers at the Department of Human Oncology in the University of Wisconsin found that limonene effectively reduced the size and incidence of various chemically induced tumors. And this was published in 1986. Limonene versus cancer. Michael Gould and his University of Wisconsin colleagues found that a 5% limonene diet fed to test animals for 18 to 30 weeks resulted in a 66% drop in mammary tumor incidence and a 42% drop in animals with palpable tumors. Next slide. Effects of orange oil and d-limonene on tumor incidence. There's a control, there's orange oil, and there's d-limonene. Percent rates with tumors. weeks post. These were the tests that were done. Effects of orange oil. Clinical trials of limonene. In a 1997 clinical trial at the Department of Medical Oncology in the Charing Cross Hospital in London, and I used to have a picture of this hospital, 32 patients with advanced breast and colon cancer, that's what it should say, colon cancer, completed 99 courses of limonene administered orally. Dosages range from 1 gram to 16 grams per day. Researchers found promising results. One partial response in a breast cancer patient on 16 grams per day was maintained for 11 months. 3 patients with colon cancer showed stabilization of disease for more than 6 months. I used to teach this stuff a lot, but we got away from it. The first of the 3 patients had no measurable cancer progression for 9 months at a dose of 1 gram a day. The second patient with colon cancer showed a reduction of less than 50% in the size of the tumor after only 2 cycles of d-limonene at 1 gram a day and maintained the reduction for 12 months. I'm not telling you here how to cure cancer. That's not what why I'm giving you these facts. I'm wanting you to use anti-aging oils so that you won't ever have to worry about treating cancer. The third patient with colon cancer showed stabilization on 2 grams a day for 7.5 months. Another thing that I'm going to add to this is that vitamin C, massive amounts of vitamin C, is going to help in no matter what kind of bombardment your body's going to get, whether it be the Delta variant. We need to do these oils every day. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? Thyme and clove oil. Researchers at the University of Cairo discovered that clove and thyme oil drastically slowed fatty acid oxidation or rancidity. This is what causes atherosclerosis and arteriosclerosis, by the way, is oxidized cholesterol. And so if you can take oils every day to keep your cholesterol from oxidizing, it won't stick to the inside of your arteries and you won't have blood clots and you won't get strokes. Just saying, if you're preventative, only 0.12% of thyme oil or 0.24% of clove oil added to linolenic acid doubles its shelf life. So that's why we take our supplements, because it has these oils in it. Longevity oil is one of the best ones you can get for anti-aging. It has clove in it. It has thyme in it. The unique synergistic relationship of essential oils and essential fatty acids has the potential to unleash profound health benefits. Use your oils. Thyme oil reverses aging the same way that thyme oil protects oils outside of the body from rancidity, there it is. So they also protect fats inside the body. Researchers at the Scottish Agricultural College tested the ability of thyme oil to preserve DHA levels in the brains of 100 subjects. Levels of DHA decline steadily with age as the body becomes unable to repair the damage to this essential fat. And that's why when I talk and teach you about hormones, I talk about how important it is to take supplements like PD8020 that Young Living has, that is high in DHA, also Prenolone cream, high in DHA, and of course, Gary, in his wisdom, added the oils to preserve those things so that when you put them on your body, you're going to get all the benefits. Declining DHA levels are directly linked to age-related declines in memory and cognitive function. Using a daily dose of thyme oil. Researchers found that thyme oil drastically slowed age-related DHA degradation in the brain. And surprisingly, DHA levels in the brain of 28-month-old animals reach the same level as 7-month-olds. In human terms, this is equivalent of an 80-year-old having the brain chemistry of a 20-year-old. Isn't that what you want at 80? The brain chemistry of a 20-year-old? Absolutely. Keep taking your oils. Like I said, longevity. And you can buy longevity in a 15 ml bottle and just fill capsules and take a capsule every day. It's that easy. Thyme doubles antioxidant activity in the brain of test animals. And this basically just shows the thyme treated is higher in total antioxidant status than just the thymol, which is a constituent of the thyme oil, and the control group. Protecting the eyes. Did you know that DHA is also critical for eye health? Declining DHA in the eye can lead to heightened risk of age-related macular degeneration and the leading cause of blindness in old age. Karish Radim and his colleagues found that both thyme and clove oils restore DHA levels in the eye of that of a much younger state. Again, longevity oil, put it in a capsule every day. So here's a chart showing thyme oil protects tissues in the brain, eyes, and age-related damage. So here's the control group. Here's thyme treated. It's going up above the thymol treated. So this is brain phospholipids are increasing, or the fatty acids that we need to use our thinker. Protecting the heart, liver, and kidneys. Further investigation found thyme oil not only preserved the DHA in the brain, but also in the heart, the liver, and the kidneys. Ingestion of thyme oil also increased glutathione, and that's really important. The single most important antioxidant enzyme in the body, in all three organs, the heart, the liver, and the kidneys. Here is a thyme oil enhances antioxidant levels in the heart. Here's the control group. Here's thyme treated, far above. Thyme oil enhances antioxidants in the liver. And thyme oil antioxidant levels in the kidneys. Boosting glutathione levels. Even more surprisingly, thyme oil raised total antioxidant levels throughout the organism. This included key internal antioxidants such as glutathione, peroxidase, and superoxide dismutase. So it's increasing all of these wonderful antioxidants that our body needs. So thyme oil protects the liver. Carbon tetrachloride, or CC1,4, is one of the most harmful substances to the liver. And researchers at the King Saud University in Saudi Arabia found that thyme oil, a large part of thyme oil, afforded mice powerful protection against this carbon tetrachloride-induced liver damage. Thyme oil's liver protecting properties were comparable to milk thistle. And you've heard milk thistle to be very cleansing to the liver. Thyme oil protects the liver. It's just showing that thyme oil can protect the liver against damage. This CC1,4 damage. Clove, the ultimate antioxidant. I've talked about this again in my thieves class, but according to a test known as ORAC developed by the USDA, researchers at Tufts University, clove bud oil is the most powerful antioxidant known to man. And we use the bud. Most companies that make essential oil, clove essential oil, they don't use the bud. They use the twigs and the stems and the leaves. And so it's not going to be as potent. Clove protects the brain and eyes. Clove oil protects the tissues of the brain and eyes from age-related damage the same way thyme oil does. Researchers at the Semmelweis University in Budapest, Hungary, documented the ability of clove to increase DHA levels by 30% in the retinas of aging rats. DHA is vital for eye health. Clove, what slide am I on? I don't know. Oh, I'm almost done. Good. Clove oil protects neurons in the brain. A 1997 study at the Hylam University College of Medicine in South Korea found that eugenol, the chief component of clove oil, protected the neurons in the brain from lack of oxygen, such as that caused by a stroke. Clove oil also protected brain structures against excitotoxins, which cause the premature death of brain structures through excess stimulation. Excitotoxins, when I talk about detoxing and the nervous system, when I teach the nervous system, and you can go back on my YouTube channel and look at the nervous system, I'm talking a lot about excitotoxins and how to avoid them. They're in food. MSG is an excitotoxin. Aspartame, that little pink packet or blue packet, if you use that kind of sweetener, that is an excitotoxin. And this can cause premature death of brain structures through excess stimulation. Clove protects the blood. Dr. Nagashima of the Nihon University in Japan found that eugenol, the main component of clove oil, inhibited the destruction of the fatty outer membrane of human blood cells. Destruction of this fatty acid membrane can damage the ability of the blood to transport oxygen. So clove protects that blood cell membrane. Eugenol protects the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. And I will tell you that Ningxia Red does a lot of this as well. So if you bump it up with, your Ningxia Red and then a capsule of longevity every day, you're doing your body a good turn. Clove reduces risk of heart disease. Several studies at Odense University in Denmark and other medical colleges have documented the ability of clove oil to reduce blood stickiness, or platelet aggregation is what they call it. And Ningxia Red does the same thing. So if you put clove oil in your Ningxia Red, whoa, you're just bumping it up. Blood stickiness, not high cholesterol, is one of the true risk factors for dying of heart disease. Many people do not know this. They're so worried about their cholesterol levels when it in fact is the platelet aggregation that's causing blood clots and heart disease, and atherosclerosis and arteriosclerosis. And remember, it's caused by oxidative, oxidation to the blood, to the fat in the blood. The higher the risk of suffering a fatal stroke or heart attack if you have blood stickiness or platelet aggregation. Clove oil versus aspirin. According to research published in the medical journal, prostaglandins, leukotrienes, and essential fatty acids, clove oil components, eugenol and acetyl eugenol, were more potent than aspirin in inhibiting platelet aggregation. So in inhibiting thickened blood. So this is a great way to keep your blood viscosity normal. Another study at the Kyushin Medical College in Taiwan found clove oil to be 20 to 40 times more potent than aspirin in reducing blood stickiness. And the last slide, and then I'll get to your questions because I see I have 10 questions. A number of different sesquiterpenes in clove oil have been identified as possessing promising anti-carcinogenic effects. Minnesota researcher Gao Zheng identified beta-caryophyllene, eugenol, and other compounds that nearly doubled the glutathione levels in the liver and the small intestine. Glutathione is the most important detoxifying enzyme in the body, and we lose it as we age. It is responsible for deactivating possible carcinogens or cancer-causing problems. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that last part because that is science. And, I love that part. I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to go to, hey, everybody, I haven't seen you. And you're probably asking for the presentation. So let me go back to the beginning here. Basil, okay, thank you. Thanks, looks good. Okay, so I would like the anti-aging EO presentations. Most of you are saying you want the presentation. I would like the presentation. May I have a copy? So please send me a copy. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit science and a little bit jazz. I don't know. But I love that stuff. I love teaching that stuff. I'm going to stop recording too, by the way. So thank you for joining me. Don't leave.